So, beloved brothers and sisters, we are going to start our Quran reading, and we're going to be posting it up here in our TikTok. We are using the Clear Quran, a thematic translation by Dr. Mustafa Al-Khattab. We are going to commence from the first chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha, and we are going to read the intro that he gives us for every chapter of the Quran. So we begin with the opening or Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We always commence by seeking refuge in God from the accursed Satan, and we always begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most compassionate. He says, this Meccan chapter, which is recited a total of 17 times in the 5 daily prayer, serves as the cornerstone of the Quran, and it is customary to say Ameen at the end. It sums up the relationship between the Creator and His creation, Allah's undisputed authority in this world and the hereafter, and humanity's constant dependence on Him for guidance and assistance. It identifies Allah as the Lord of all worlds, the Lord of everything from animals and plants to humans and even angels. The underlying theme is to acknowledge that He is the only God worthy of worship, a simple truth which the disbelievers fail to grasp. All fundamental principles encapsulated in this chapter are spelled out throughout the rest of the Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Chapter 1, verse 1. In the name of a God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. All praise is for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, chapter number 2, titled Al-Baqarah, or the Cow. The introduction: this Medinan chapter, which takes its name from the story of the cow in verses 67 through 73, details the main concepts of the previous chapter with emphasis on the qualities of the believers, disbelievers, and hypocrites, Allah's power to create and resurrect, the enmity of Satan towards Adam and his descendants, as well as Allah's covenant with Moses and the children of Israel. Several rulings are given in regards to marital relationships, bequests, jihad, fasting, pilgrimage, donations, debt, and interest. Unlike the next chapter, which focuses on the Christian perception of Jesus, this chapter dedicates a sizable portion to Jewish attitudes and practices. So now we commence from the beginning of this chapter. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The first verse, Alif Lam Mim. This is a book, there is no doubt about it, a guide for those mindful of Allah, who believe in the unseen, establish prayer, and donate from what we have provided for them, and who believe in what has been revealed to you, O Prophet, and what has been revealed before you, and have sure faith in the hereafter. It is they who are truly guided by their Lord, and it is they who will be successful. As for those who persist in disbelief, it is the same whether you warn them or not. They will never believe. Allah has sealed their hearing, their hearts, and their sight is covered. They will suffer a tremendous punishment. And there are some who say, we believe in God in the last day, yet they are not true believers. They seek to deceive Allah and the believers, yet they only deceive themselves, but they fail to perceive it. There is sickness in their hearts, and Allah only lets their sickness increase. They will suffer a painful punishment for their lies. When they are told, do not spread corruption in the land, they reply, we are only peacemakers. Indeed, it is they who are the corrupters, but they fail to perceive it. And when they are told, believe as others believe, they reply, will we believe as the fools believe? Indeed, it is they who are the fools, but they do not know. When they meet the believers, they say, we believe. But when alone with their evil associates, they say, we are definitely with you. We were only mocking. Allah will throw their mockery back at them, leaving them to continue wandering blindly in their defiance. They are the ones who trade guidance for misguidance. But this trade is profitless, and they are not rightly guided. Their example is that of someone who kindles a fire, but when it lights up all around them, Allah takes away their light, leaving them in complete darkness, unable to see. They are woefully deaf, dumb, and blind, so they will never return to the right path. Or those caught in a rainstorm from the sky with darkness, thunder, and lightning, they press their fingers into their ears at the sound of every thunderclap for fear of death. And Allah encompasses the disbelievers by His might. It is as if the lightning were about to snatch away their sight. Whenever lightning strikes, they walk in its light, but when darkness covers them, they stand still. Had Allah willed, He could have taken away their hearing and the sight. Surely Allah is most capable of everything. O humanity, worship your Lord who created you and those before you so that you may become mindful of Him. He is the one who has made the earth a place of settlement for you, and the sky a canopy, and sends down rain from the sky, causing fruits to grow as a provision for you. So do not knowingly set up equals to God, Allah, in worship. And if you are in doubt about what we have revealed to our servant, then produce a chapter like it within the Quran, and call your helpers other than God, if what you say is true. But if you are unable to do so, and you will never be able to do so, then fear the fire fueled with people and stones, which is prepared for the disbelievers. Give good news, O Prophet, to those who believe and those who do good, that they will have gardens under which rivers flow. Whenever provided with fruit, they will say, "This is what we have been given before." For they will be served fruit that looks similar but different in taste. They will have pure spouses and they will be there forever. Surely Allah does not shy away from using the parable of a mosquito or what is even smaller. As for the believers, they know that it is the truth from their Lord. And as for the disbelievers, they argue, what does Allah mean by such a parable? Through this test, He leaves many to stray and guides many. And He leaves none to stray except the rebellious, those who violate Allah's covenant after it has been affirmed, break whatever ties Allah has ordered to be maintained, and spread corruption in the land. It is they who are the true losers. How can you deny Allah? You were lifeless and He gave you life. Then He will cause you to die, and then He will bring you back to life. And then to Him you will all be returned. He is the one who created everything on the earth for you. Then He turned towards the heavens, forming it into 7 heavens, and He has perfect knowledge of all things. Remember when your Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a successive human authority on earth. They asked, will you place in it someone who will spread corruption there and shed blood, while we glorify your praises and proclaim your holiness? Allah responded, I know that which you do not know. He taught Adam the names of all things. Then He presented them to the angels and said, tell me the names of these if what you say are true. They replied, glory be to you, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us. You are truly the all-knowing, the all-wise. Allah said, O Adam, inform them of their names. Then when Adam did, Allah said, did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth, and I know what you reveal and what you conceal? And remember when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam. And they all did, except for Iblis, who was from among the jinn. He wasn't an angel, who refused and acted arrogantly, becoming unfaithful. We'll pause there at verse number 34 in chapter 2, and we look forward to reading some more Quran with you all. Tomorrow, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat or privately. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.